If it's one thing my black ass loves, it's white people drama. What is going on, Silver Squad, and welcome back to another episode of the Silver Site. My name is RJ, and today I'm going to be reviewing Clickbait, which is now streaming on the Netflix platform. Before we begin, I just want to thank you guys for stopping by. I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you do not miss out on all of our content here at the Silver Site Network. Now, without further ado, now the formalities are out of the way, let's get right into it, y'all. Clickbait. This definitely was something that had my attention from the moment I saw the trailer, and I was hoping that it would deliver. You know, you guys know my favorite genre is fantasy, sci-fi, and horror. So when I saw this, I really wasn't too interested in it, but it did look interesting enough for me to tune in, and I am glad I did. This is one of the few series on Netflix that has had my attention from start to finish, 100%. I went to go see Candyman, y'all, and I was literally watching Clickbait during the previews, trying to get as much in as I could because I was that hooked. I stayed up late trying to finish it. It got to a point where I was this series consumed my mind to the point where I had to finish it. There was so much that happened, so many twists and turns. So without further ado, I do want to get into it. This is going to be a non-spoiler review because I want to kind of, protect you guys' viewing experience, because I want you to kind of go through the same emotions I went through with the twists and the turns. So let's get into it. So the things I liked about this movie, Ested, they do such a good job of building the suspense and building the drama to the point where you're like, oh, what's going to happen next? Oh, what's going to happen next? And it's not one of those things where they purposely drag it out. At least I feel like it wasn't purposely dragged out for the sake of dragging it out. It felt like every kind of twist and turn they took made sense, and it was definitely something that made me want to keep watching. I enjoyed how we got to see things from different perspectives and how it affected different people in Nick's life. I think what kind of separates this kind of like, I don't want to say Groundhog Day, but kind of like a repeat I guess I don't want to call it like a same day episode, because it really wasn't. These were different days that passed, but basically, I guess this is a way to put it. What I liked about it is we saw the same linear timeline, but we saw how everybody had an intricate part to play, and finding out what happened to Nick, and it was done in a way that I didn't feel like it was forced for somebody. No one was shoehorned into this plot in order to make it make sense. Everything kind of fell into place naturally. And, secrets got exposed in ways that, they would normally get exposed in. And I really just enjoyed the family dynamics between, Pia and Nick, and, just how close they were. And you could feel how hurt she was that, her brother's life was in danger and that her brother was gone. It's one of those shows that kind of pull at your heartstrings, and they pull you in and make you invested in each of the characters and what they have to do. Like I said earlier, everybody has a part to play in this show, and that's what makes this series great to me. And I know some people have problems here and there with the acting, but for me, the performances were fine. I don't know what y'all were expecting, like an Angela Bassett, Jessica Lange kind of, dramatic. I don't know what y'all were expecting, but for me, I felt like everybody's performances were more than great. Betty Gabriel as Sophie Brewer was, I keep wanting to say Byer, as Sophie Brewer was amazing. I really felt the pain. I really felt that she felt betrayed. At one point, she just kept shutting down, and I resonated with that, because when you've lost everything, and when the person who you thought was, your world and things like that betrays you, or you think they betrayed you, it kind of, it destroys you in a way. And at the same time, she had to be strong for her kids. But at what point do you, run out of strength? And I felt everything that she went through. I don't want to ruin it for you, because my viewing experience was excellent, and I don't want to do that to y'all. But I will say they utilized every single character to the maximum potential, and I feel like that's what makes this series different from every other series. Each episode focused on one person, from the wife to the son, the mother, the friend, the sister. Everybody had a part to playing and making sure Nick was okay now, or getting to Nick before the inevitable happened. Now, there were a few things that I didn't really care for in clickbait. And when I say didn't care for, I feel like it may be enough to kind of like turn people off, and maybe, you know, an amazing twist for some people. But like I said, I won't ruin the ending. But that is my problem with this series, is the ending. I felt really deflated once we kind of got to the end and we found out who was responsible for everything, you know, and the domino effect that led to the kidnapping and, you know, murder of Nick. It definitely was something that I guess for me, it's definitely something that I felt should have been done differently. It should not, the person that was responsible for everything, it's either going to make you go, really? Or it's going to make you go, wow, I didn't see that coming. And for me, it was a really, out of everybody that could have been responsible for, you know, what happened to Nick, that's who y'all chose to be responsible for everything. And it just felt like you guys went around the world, you know, you kept secrets, and, you know, you exposed things, and, you know, you brought things to the light and brought things to the surface. You did all of that for it to be this person. And that's kind of what bothered me. It's sort of like every single twist was like, wow, wow, wow. And then the last twist was just, it deflated me. Like I remember pausing at one point and saying, oh, there's got to be another episode. There's no way. And I was like, this is the end. This is literally it. But I feel like that's enough to make people not like the series, but it's also enough to make some people love it. But overall, for me, I really enjoyed clickbait. It was nice. It was refreshing to get away from the sci-fi, horror, and fantasy genre for once, to be on the edge of my seat based off of some white people drama. But yeah, those are my thoughts on clickbait, which is now streaming on a Netflix platform. Make sure you follow the Silverside Network across all social media platforms. Link will be down below. With that being said, don't forget to like, share, most importantly, subscribe. If you watched clickbait, what did you think about it, and what was your favorite twist in the series? Let me know what you thought about that down below in the comment section. With that being said, everyone, enjoy your day, and I guess later days.